Let's talk about the Bears. The Bears beat Carolina. Caleb Williams is now strung together back to back 300-yard performances. He looks a lot different now than he did. And the running back they signed in the offseason, the former Detroit Lion, DeAndre Swift, has put together back to back big games. Caleb Williams yesterday against downtrodden Carolina throws for 304 and two more touchdowns in that victory. It looks as if Chicago and the kid quarterback has turned the corner. Minnesota, can you believe where the Vikings are at 5-0? They pick off Aaron Rodgers. They battered the New York Jets yesterday, picked them off 3 times, took one back for a pick six. They also had 6 quarterback sacks. Minnesota at 5-0, and the Jets look like they're going in the wrong direction. And I'll tell you, everybody in New York's in trouble. A lot of people wondering if Aaron Rodgers has any gas left in the tank. A lot of people think that offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett, we're visiting the same garbage this year as we did last year. A lot of people think Robert Saleh, the head coach, is in big trouble, and maybe even the general manager. Minnesota just firing on all cylinders. Baltimore Ravens beat Cincinnati. And I'll tell you, this was an electric performance. Lamar Jackson goes off for 403 all-purpose yards against the Bengals. They wasted. Cincinnati did. Joe Burrow's 392-yard, 5-touchdown performance. Baltimore outgunned them. The Bengals are 1-4. It looks like their season is over. That's not an indictment of Joe Burrow. That's an indictment of that organization. Washington, can you believe the kid? Jayden Daniels just continues to dazzle, moving the football up and down the field. Washington post another victory. They smoked the Cleveland Browns. The defense had 7 sacks. Deshaun Watson has a 74 quarterback rating. He has taken 26 sacks in 5 games. Their offensive tackles are gone. They don't have a running game. Watson can't carry them by themselves, and there's a lot of people really heated right now about the way the Browns have operated this franchise. But how about Jaden McDaniel? He just continues to be spectacular, moving the ball up and down the field. He's got a quarterback rating now of 115. Houston Texans, they rally back. They beat Buffalo. C.J. Stroud goes off for 331 yards. They win it on a 59-yard game-winning field goal. It was awful to see what happened to quarterback Josh Allen. The fact, he took a hit and he fell backwards and his head hit and it looked like he was unconscious. 5 plays later, he came back on the field and finished the game, but he didn't look right and they couldn't move the football. It throws into question, John, the entire protocol of concussions, observations, and treatment. You looked how bad it was. It looked like he was out on the field. And it took him minutes to get him up and get him upright and get him to walk off the field. And 5 plays later, he came back. I just don't understand that. Texans are for real. Buffalo's in trouble. And with Bears watching to see how Josh Allen feels, not just Monday morning when he woke up today, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, if there's going to be lingering problems. So, John, those are some of the hot games. Your response.
Isn't it interesting to see how these quarterbacks, we think they're going to be great coming out of college, or maybe we have lower expectations, but once they get to the NFL, our perception changes. Sam Darnold, we thought was going to be a great quarterback. He failed where he went, and now suddenly he's 5-0, and he's got to be feeling good about himself. Jayden Daniels looked good at LSU, but he's not a real big kid, and you kind of wondered how he'd do in the NFL, and he is lighting it up. And then, Josh Allen just seems like this durable kind of like a SUV or a tank that can keep taking hits. But when he hit his head on the ground, you could see how his neck didn't offer any resistance. He was knocked out for a moment. It had to be. And then for him to come back was just unbelievable. So it's just it's odd what you can get from these quarterbacks. Sometimes you don't get what you expect.
I'm just really concerned about his well-being. Now, he's not had a history of concussions. And that was not a cheap shot hit. He got hit lower in the legs and he just kind of fell backward. But that's like a tree. That's a 6'6" quarterback from Wyoming that went down head first and he cracked it. And it looked really, really scary. Okay, those are the first round of games. Second